What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to episode 9 of our Leeds United career mode. We're just going to have a quick look at where we stand in the Premier League table for today's episode. We currently sit in 9th place, so we have dropped from 7th to 9th since last episode. Gonna have a look where people sit above us and where people sit just below us. We've got Everton who just below us, so they're probably the big team we should be worrying about then, same as Newcastle and Southampton. Fulham, West Brom, Villa at the bottom as we expected. Jumping into our first game didn't want to show us the lineup, so here is our starting 11 and here is Palace's starting 11. Eze is probably going to be the player we should be worried about, and the same with De Jong. We get the first opportunity in 25 minutes from a beautiful cross from Rafinha to Rodrigo, who does a beautiful volley into the bottom right hand corner of the net past Gaeta to make it 1-0 Leeds United. Beautiful play from Rafinha to just push up that right hand side, as we get to see their left back had no chance catching him, and Rodrigo just gets into the right place to take one touch volley into the goal, and it's pretty much as far right as he possibly can getting it into that goal, so it's really nice to see that Gaeta could not have done anything to stop it. Next opportunity was kind of a clunky opportunity, but beautiful save from Gaeta, and Click just not putting the placement right enough. They get their opportunity in the second half, falling to Eze from a pass back to him, and Meisler's completely out of position there, and the defender's not doing what they're meant to, so they get a nice easy goal to make it 1-1. Just see here, like, is that nice tackle from Shackleton to get the ball away, but he doesn't recover quick enough, and that is how the game ends. It ends the draw. Probably should have been a win for us, considering we sit a bit higher up in the table than them, but the 1 point from this game isn't the end of the world. So we're jumping into our next game, and this is our starting lineup. We are going with Llorente at the back. He is replacing Denier because I feel like he's the centre back that is not so strong, and he will be going up with Koch, and pretty much the rest of the starting team stays there. Harrison's obviously making another appearance at centre mid because he seems to be doing better than Click, and Click isn't managing to do much. We're taking on Liverpool, so it's going to be a very hard game. That is their defence and their midfield. Let's have a quick look at their starting front three, and it's the classic Salah, Firmino and Mane, three at the top, and there are their substitutions for you as well. First opportunity falls to Fabinho, who manages to get the ball under Meisler, but Llorente is back on the line to stop it from going in, but he misses the second opportunity. Llorente, great save there, but we don't know what Meisler was doing to be out of position like that. It's now our chance to get the first opportunity for us in this game. A deflected cross falls to De Silva, who does a half volley into the right hand side of the goal past Alisson to make it 1-0 Leeds United. Almost stopped that opportunity there from that deflection from the Liverpool defender, but De Silva was there and Van Dijk couldn't react as quick as De Silva, and De Silva picking up another goal, and his value from when we brought him in has gone up drastically, and we get another opportunity created from Liverpool, but nothing happens, and then they manage to pick up this goal. 2 touches from Salah to put it into the back of the net to make it 1-1 just before half time. Defenders should have done more, but to be honest, great positioning and a pinpoint cross from that left hand side just to find Salah. Like, he went for it, but I don't know if he could have got it if he'd reacted a bit quicker, but he tried his best, and I mean, I don't think he could have really done anything more than that. So Jack Harrison has played a beautiful ball through to Rodrigo, who manages to pull it back, finds Costa, who finds De Silva, who puts it into the back of the goal for his second goal today against Liverpool to make it 2-1. Beautiful link-up play from everyone, and Rodrigo just managed to hold it up enough to get some more support in there, who then overwhelmed their defence. See that turn, taking out Robertson, giving Costa the run, and then pushing it forward into De Silva's path is just what destroyed the defence there at Liverpool. Alisson nearly did get a foot to it, but whether or not that would have saved it, we won't ever know. But beautiful finish yet again. Getting another opportunity along the floor cross, actually, I think, from Costa to find Rafinha, who manages just to whack it into the back of the net past the Brazilian goalkeeper. So nice finish, but Alisson might be a little bit salty considering he should know how good Rafinha is, and he wasn't really being marked because we had De Silva in the middle there who was a bit unmarked, but Arnold didn't know what to do, went to move, and then he saw the ball coming to the back, and then Rafinha was just a little bit quicker to react to make it 3-1. Another opportunity for Leeds United. We're going to pass it to Rodrigo, who has to get a goal in this game to make it 4-1. Picks up his only goal of this episode so far. Didn't get a goal in the other game, but he got this one. And it's just to settle Liverpool's defeat. Even though Liverpool are like first, they've just come back from playing, I think, probably a Champions League game, so they're a bit more tired and probably not as up for the game. So it was really good that we got this game to play them. But yeah, they should have had defense all over him, but a beautiful finish from Rodrigo. And that is how the game ends. It ends 4-1 Leeds United. We're picking up the 3 points against the league leaders. Oh, that height difference between me and Klopp is quite a lot. But 3 points in the bag from this game is really big for us. Like, it's crazy how well we played against Liverpool. I'm really surprised, actually. Moving into our next game, here is our starting 11. The defence stays the same. We've got Phillips in the CDM role, Rafinha, Harrison, De Silva, Costa. If it ain't broke, you don't change it. And we've got Rodrigo up front. Same starting 11. And we have a new left wing youth player on the bench taking on Wolves, and that is their 5 at the back. Pretty much they haven't brought anyone in. And there is their striking 3. I think Silva is new for them. I'm not 100% sure, but I hadn't ever heard of him before this game. And Wolves get the first opportunity of the game, and it's a first-time finish for Raul Jimenez. He's not going to miss that. And to be honest, beautiful goal within 8 minutes, and Podence, beautiful cross, but Jimenez, beautiful finish. It's like with the Salah goal, there wasn't anything really to say. It was just great positioning and just great first time finish. It was pretty identical as well, but I don't know. There's just nothing really to say about it. Miser couldn't do anything more against it besides possibly dive, I guess. But Koch couldn't get on him quicker, so they deserve it. Here we go, we get our opportunity into this game with a kick from Meisler, running onto Rodrigo, who takes 1 touch, 2nd touch, and 3rd touch to put it in the goal past Rui Patricio to make it 1-1. Just 3 touches from a goal kick, and we're in on goal, so that's beautiful. Initially, I thought that first touch would have been to bring it round, but he seems to have been like, no, I'm going to keep running forward, then bring it back to confuse the defenders, which worked perfectly because it gave him so much space and possibly even that perfect angle to find the furthest point he could get it in on goal. But Rodrigo is an amazing player. I wouldn't be surprised if someone comes for an offer next season. Going for our next opportunity in the 85th minute from Helder Costa from the right hand side. He just runs past all his ex-Wolves players and just goes through on goal and manages to pick up the goal nice and easily. No one attempted a tackle, they just let him do it, and I was really surprised that that happened. Actually, just he walked past them and no one really batted an eyelid at him, and he just manages to pick out the bottom right hand corner to pick up a goal. And that is how the game ends. It ends 2-1 Leeds United. We pick up another 3 points, so we've taken 7 points this episode so far. So we're doing really well. We've only got the one draw, currently undefeated in today's episode, but Raul Jimenez's goal was just beautiful, so we couldn't really stop that. Jumping into match number 4, we play Newcastle United, and this is their starting 11. They have Jerome Boateng at the centre back with Fabian Schär, I think it is, and they've also got Loren up front. They're the 2 new players for them, and they're probably the 2 that we're going to struggle against the most. Here is our starting 11. I have kept the same 3 defenders. Leif Davis has come in there because I thought they might play Alan St. Maximin on the right hand side because of Dallas being a bit slower, but that gamble did not pay off because they did not start him, but he does come on at some point. But Newcastle get the first opportunity of the game, who falls to Loren, who manages to put it into the back of the net after a defensive fumble because of a free kick that was given. So Loren's already proving to be a problem. They took one shot that was deflected, and then Koch was out of position, which then left 2 Newcastle players unmarked, and no one was quick enough to react. Newcastle with another free kick on the edge of the area, and Meisler does an amazing save just off the line to keep it 1-0 Newcastle. Harrison making a run forward, and he manages to find the bottom left hand corner to make it 1-1. Beautiful run from him. He didn't really need any help there, and he managed to just get the ball into the back of the net before, I think it would have been Schär took it away from him, but he's definitely proving why we were happy to buy him from City, and I must say very cheaply as well. Newcastle in our box yet again, looking for another goal, and somehow I think it's Jolaton is given some space to take the shot off, and he manages to find the left hand side of the goal. It was Koch that went to defend him. Llorente then moved out the way. I feel like if Llorente hadn't moved, there wouldn't have been this chance created. So it's kind of down to Llorente, but beautiful finish from Jolaton to pick up the second goal for them. We get another opportunity, falls to Rodrigo from Rafinha on the left hand side. Rodrigo's not going to miss from there to make it 2-2. Currently, this is what probably the game ends up being, is a draw, because both teams have played very well. It's just, I feel if we push for the win, we could probably open up our defence a bit too much. But beautiful finish from Rodrigo to get that goal. But yeah, hopefully we can keep it as a draw. Some weird defending at the back, and St. Maximin comes through to pick up a goal from the bench to make it 3-2 in like the 89th minute. We can't really do much about that at all, but he managed to get through and managed to put it past Meisler's left hand side, which is questionable because it would have been such an acute angle, but that's how the game ends. 3-2. We don't manage to pick up a goal here. It was Rodrigo had to take the chance, and he couldn't really do much. He couldn't cut across on the left hand side. And yeah, that's our first loss of the game against Newcastle, and that was one of the teams we couldn't afford to give points because they're just below us, and it's pushing them closer and closer to making us lower in the table. For our final match today, match number 5, we take on Manchester United, probably the second hardest team we've playing today, and this is their starting 11. It is just full of great players. This is going to be hard. I'd say it looks even stronger than the Liverpool teams, so let's see what that has to unveil for us, but we'll have a look at our starting 11 and substitutes right now. We have Meisler in goal, we have Shackleton, Denier, Koch and Dallas. Denier's come back in for Llorente. Was a mistake, but I don't know if it's going to pay off, but he has a bit more experience against bigger teams, and Vencedor has come in for Click because Costa is on the bench. Manchester United with the first opportunity from a cross from Fernandes to Edison Cavani, who is not going to miss from there to make it 1-0 Man United. Overall, a beautiful cross from Fernandes from the corner, and Cavani was somewhat unmarked. I'm a bit surprised Meisler didn't try and come out and catch it, but okay, there we go. Denier, mistake already. He didn't get in front of the man. He was almost goal side, but wasn't in front of him, so not very good from him, considering I thought he would be the better player than Llorente. And Manchester United get a penalty from probably one of the most stupid decisions ever from the referee. Koch was somewhat in the way, yes, but it's not a penalty. Like, look at this. Like, it's just not. Like, I would have said Rashford purposely carried on running into him to get the penalty. Let's see if Meisler can save it, and Meisler cannot, so Fernandes gets the second goal for United. I disagree with the penalty being given. Let me know what you think down in the comments if that was a penalty or not. I really don't think it is, and it should have been 1-0. Still, it's annoyed me, if you can't tell. Like, that penalty was just ridiculous to be given away, and infuriating, really infuriating. And because we're called now 2 goals down, it's even more so. Harrison making a run down that left-hand side, finds Rodrigo, who manages to slot it past De Gea to make it 2-1. If we can find those lucky chances like that, maybe we actually have a chance in this game, but beautiful link-up play from those two to actually find that opportunity to get in on goal, because Rodrigo played the initial pass to Harrison, who then passed it back to Rodrigo. And AWB didn't close him down quick enough, and yeah, that's what happens when Rodrigo manages to get in on goal, and it is now 2-1. Visca in the box, and Shackleton goes for a tackle, and it's a bloody another penalty, isn't it? And it's a red. What? I need to see this close up. I would possibly call a yellow. A penalty is fair for this because the ball has been played, but see, that wasn't as bad as the previous penalty we gave away, but definitely not a red card. And now we're a weak team in the 50th minute. And are we going to be able to not go another goal behind? Thank goodness the ball goes over, but that should not have been given as a red. Yellow I will take, but not a red. Into the second half, and Visca gets through on goal again and is now 3-1. I don't know what's happening, but we've now got 3 centre-backs at the back because it's stronger than having like Dallas playing as a centre-back, because his rating would go down because he'd be playing out of position. But Visca, that was a beautiful bit of dribble past one of our centre backs. I think it might have even been Phillips. You just literally broke his legs, but beautiful goal, I guess. But I'm really annoyed about that red card. And that is how the game ends. It ends 3-1 Manchester United. We got 7 points from today. That red card has just tipped me over the edge. It really shouldn't have been a red card. Yellow, but we still sit in 9th place. We haven't really gained much. We're 2 points ahead Everton, and we're like 6 points behind Wolves, so 8 points behind Leicester. I think Champions League's out of the way. It's more of Europa League. If we can hold on to it, if we get these nice easy games stuck under our belt, we might be able to push 6th place. But next episode will be the last games of the season, so that is, I think there's 4 or 5 games left, so that will be, all that is about 12 to 15 points, so it could push us far up enough in the league to see Europa League next year. But if you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like, and any comments about whether those red card penalties were given and they were accurate, or any players you want me to scout for the next season, because I think we're going to have a few players leaving and a few players needing to replace them. Ta-ra!